Just with this question, it's very nice because it forces you to reflect on the things that you have done. I got my blueberries, I got my coffee. So today I just wanted to kind of spend the afternoon figuring out, reflecting on the things that I have done in the past, and then hopefully create some goals for the next year. So for simplicity, I'm going to use Sahil Bloom's personal annual review that you can find in his website. I downloaded the template and I've already used this last year. So if you want the template, I can create a Notion template for you and then you can duplicate it. It's just basically 7 questions that you can answer to kind of reflect on the things that you have done in the last year and figure out a way to kind of what you want to do moving forward based on those questions. So for example, the first question is, what did I change my mind about this year? And last year, what I wrote was doing nursing. I thought I hated nursing, but doing remote nursing made me fall in love with it again. There are times where people will be rude, and to be honest, and I don't know if I'll be able to handle it, but doing remote nursing opened my eyes with the idea that there are nursing jobs where people respect you, and the people that you serve are also very important. So this gave me a positive hope and also embraced the things I loved about this profession, like helping people, flexibility of 12-hour shifts, and the good pay. Now I want something similar where I won't have to sacrifice my time with my hubby. Just with this question, it's very nice because it forces you to reflect on the things that you have done. And a lot of goal setting frameworks don't do that, and so I think this is why I'm sticking to this framework. And the other thing is that it just kind of helps you see whether you're living the life that you want, you know. It'll make more sense once you actually see the question, so I'm going to do the reflection and then see if I have any insights to share with you. Okay, after about 30 to 40 minutes of reflection, I'm done with the annual reflection. The 7 questions that are on this reflection guide are: number 1, what did I change my mind on? 2nd, what created energy in terms of activities, people, and projects? What drained energy in terms of activities, people, and projects? And what were the boat anchors? So these are people specifically that may have held you back from achieving the goals that you want. The 5th question is, what did I not do because of fear? 6th question, what were my greatest hits and misses? So these are things that you have accomplished, things that you might not have accomplished that you really wanted to. The 7th question, which is the most important question, is what did you learn this year? So I think it's very useful reflection because it's very simple, it's very quick, but it kind of really helps you know where you are and where you want to go, especially when it comes to energy creators or energy drainers. Then super useful. I will create a Notion template for you, and the link will be available in the description below. I will upload it on Gumroad. It's going to be free, and I hope it helps you. By the way, these aren't my questions. These are Sahil Bloom's, but he's really great. I've been following him for a while. He's a very good critical thinker. So that's why I think it's super useful, especially if it's his template. So now that we have reflected on the things that brought us joy, what gave us energy, what drained us last year, now it's time to think about the person that we want to become in the upcoming year. And I think it'll be fun to also kind of visualize this person that we are trying to become so that we can be reminded every time we get lost. So there's really 2 steps in doing this whole thing. One is we're going to journal about the person that we're trying to become, essentially our ideal self. And second, we're going to go on Pinterest and put them into Canva so that we can actually put these things into a wallpaper and we can see it all year long. So this isn't really going to be a goal setting video because up until 2 years ago, I stopped goal setting because I can never accomplish my goals and it just makes me feel very disappointed. So in the last couple of years, I actually changed the way I approach this whole goal setting thing. Now I just try to really figure out the person that I want to become, and I try to incorporate the actions, the behaviors, the thinking, the mindset of that person that I want in my everyday life. And I really think it made a lot of difference to achieving my goals. So the first part of this is journaling, and this is where we're going to journal about 7 categories in our life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually journal about these 7 categories, and I'll put it together with the reflecting part of this video. And then after I journal, I'm going to talk quickly about the things or what you should include in each of this category. Okay, so I finished journaling on the 7 categories, and just to quickly go over them. So the 7 categories are yourself, money, husband or romantic relationships, career opportunities, friends, family, hobbies and happiness, and house and living condition. And again, just to give you a sense of what I wrote, basically, so for yourself, I look at it in an inner and outer way. So inner means that what do you want to feel or experience in your inner self? So for example, I wrote something along the lines of, I'm so grateful for myself for this year because I showed up with so much light. I showed up with so much confidence. I was so grounded to things that feel authentic to me. And I can't believe I attracted the opportunities that I wanted. So I wrote my vision in a way that kind of has already happened, so that I'm kind of training my brain that this is something that actually is very, very possible for me. And I think that just by writing it this way, it kind of ignites something in our brain that makes you feel that, oh, this is really possible for me. So if you don't believe something right now that something is possible for you, try writing it in a way that kind of has already happened, so that you feel that that thing that you want is already yours. It's done. When you show up and every day, you're kind of sure that this is something that is for you. So the second category is money. So questions that you can ask yourself when you're journaling about money is, how do you want to splurge, or how do you want to save up? What are you spending money on? What are you investing money on? Basically, how are you using your money for yourself or for other people? The third category is husband or romantic relationship. And this is basically just kind of figuring out how do you want to show up for your romantic partner, or if you don't have a significant partner right now, is that something that you want to get into in the upcoming years? Do you want to have a partner, or maybe you want to focus on yourself? Okay, let me just move this so you can see me. The fourth category is career and opportunities, and this is really where you kind of think about what kind of career you want to have in the upcoming year and what opportunities do you want to attract. So for myself, I really, really want to grow a career in social media, and this is something that I really want to embrace, and I really want to own it, because in the past couple of years I've been having so much doubt and feel like, oh, it's icky, I don't want to be an influencer. But 2 months ago or a month ago, I really had a conversation with myself where if you really want this whole thing to work, you gotta own it, you gotta embrace it. So I'm saying out loud that I want a career in social media, and I'm hoping to attract different opportunities that way. Next category is friends and family, and this is where you are thinking about how much you want to spend time with your family, or how much time you want to spend with your friends, and really figuring out, how do you want your relationship to look like when it comes to friends and family? So I'm pretty happy with my relationships with my friends and family this year. I really honed in on spending a lot of time with my family, especially as a travel nurse. I spent a lot of time away from my family, so now I make the time and effort to actually see my friends every single week, as well as my family every single week. So I'm quite happy with that, and I want to continue that in the upcoming year. And the sixth category is happiness and hobbies, and this is really where you will think about what will bring you fulfillment in your everyday life. So for myself, my hobbies, or what gives me happiness, is really simple things like writing and reading and going for walks, spending quality time with my husband, and just taking care of myself. And really, those are all mainly the things. So Again, I mostly already do a lot of those things on a day-to-day basis, so not much to change there, but of course I want to be able to continue doing them, so that will be included in my vision board. And the last category is the house and living condition. So this was a little bit weird for myself because I had recently moved into this nice house, and I don't think I want a bigger place as of right now anyway. And the thing that I actually put for this is really making our space a little bit more homey. So I want to be able to set up my office in a more inspiring. Right now it feels quite heavy. There's a lot of things in the corner where they're not supposed to be, and every time I go in there, it just makes me feel and I want to be able to change that. I want to go into my room and be excited to work at, and I want to be able to feel inspired every time I go in there. So those are all the things that I kind of journaled about. And apart from journaling for each category, I also included words that I want to kind of feel. So for example, for the category of being myself or what I want to feel, I put the words fun, authentic, healthy, fit, and feeling accepted. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that when it comes to manifesting, I feel that it's all about chasing feelings, or at least giving yourself the feeling of something so that you can kind of attract what you are wanting to attract. So I included these words just so that I can be reminded of what exactly the feeling that I want to feel of why I want these things. So for example, let's say I want to dress up differently. So in my outer self, I put that I'm dressed up very elegantly and chic. I'm very grateful for myself for being able to buy myself nice clothes. And the feeling that I have here is really feeling chic and elegant. And I want to be able to kind of summon that feeling, even if I'm not wearing the things that aren't chic or elegant. Like right now, I'm wearing something casual, but I still want to feel that feeling of feeling elegant, whatever clothes I'm wearing, if that makes sense. Another example is with the category of money. I put that I want to feel abundant and rich. So whenever I want to buy something, I feel that this, I feel abundant to have this. I feel grateful for being able to afford this. I don't want to feel a sense of lack or something like, I can't afford this, or this is so expensive, that kind of thing, because that comes from the energy of feeling lack, which is what I don't want. So we're going to remember to feel abundant and rich every time we spend on something. So those are the things that I kind of included there. That kind of, it's my own version. If you want to include that in yours, go right ahead. And now we're going to go on Pinterest and also go on Canva and actually put them into an actual vision board and visualize all these things that I journaled about. Okay, so I finally finished looking up images. I suggest you pick 2 to 3 photos for each category so that it will fit in the canvas. So I'm gonna go to Canva. I already have a vision board that I made before, so we're going to create a new one for this year. So this is the final version, or the final product of the vision board for 2024. I have the word trust in the middle, and that's just because for the upcoming year, that's the theme, or that's the word that I want to embody. Last year my word was grounded, or this year I guess his word was grounded, but next year I want it to be trust, and that just means I want to be able to trust myself even more and trust the things that I want to do, I want to create, that they will happen. I don't want to be forcing anything, and if I achieve them, amazing. If not, oh well. That's kind of the attitude or energy that I really want to bring into the new year. So the only thing that's left is for me to actually put this on my wallpaper here on my iPad and then onto my laptop. But I will conclude this video here. I really hope that you enjoyed following along, and let me know if there are any other videos that you want to create along these lines, or sorry, that you want me to create along these lines. I really hope that this video resonated with you and that you be kind to yourself and you take it one day at a time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.